Hello everybody. Let's unblock the elbows in this video. So I'm gonna set the timer for 15 minutes and I'm gonna make a 15 minutes Paida on my left elbow. Okay, ready, set, go. So we're practicing Paida on the elbow. Unblocking the heart meridian, which is related with the sense of joy, the courage, the motivation for life. That makes you want anything in life, you know. We unblock the pericardium meridian. It's connected pretty much with the same thing, but also called the sex meridian. So it's very important for the sex life, for the courage. And the lungs meridian, which is extremely good for reducing the grief, the sadness, makes us feel full with energy. These three meridians go through here to this area, and we are unblocking them by slapping. It's the same like using acupressure, acupuncture, and other ways of traditional Chinese medicine, but super simple. Done not as like something that requires amazing knowledge, but you can be super stupid, like super stupid guy, and do the same effect like a professional Chinese doctor. Yeah. I know this because I consider myself as a guy that cannot know many details. You see, I have strong knowledge in some areas, but not in details. You see, I'm not that detailed guy. So traditional Chinese medicine is amazing, something that I like a lot, love, and always want to know more. But in the same time, I cannot put so much effort to know everything. But with Paida, this is so simple. Like it's for Paida, it's useless to have all the knowledge in the world. You may have it, but even without it, you can be your own amazing doctor. You can maintain your health and even improve your health a lot by unblocking your body. And with the time, with the practice, you are sure more and more in this thing. That's the beauty of Paida. When I started my journey to self-healing because of my sexual problems, I used to suffer from premature ejaculation. I started to study veterinary medicine. I started to study a lot about the food. So many things I've learned. You see, started to practice yoga when I was 19 years old. Now I'm 29. So my journey with yoga was like I read a lot of books, I practiced a lot, learned a lot about many specific stuff, but in the same time I wasn't able to do a huge change in my body. Despite all this knowledge, it doesn't help me, see. So knowledge is not everything. Like if you read a lot of books, that does not mean that you will do anything with your body. Many people don't like to hear those things. And you know why? Because they're the bitter truth. So many people I've seen know a lot about yoga, know the name about every breathing technique and asana. I used to be the same guy, you see. I know all these Supta Vajra Konasana, Supta Bandha Konasana, Supta Vajrasana, Viparita Karani Mudra, Sarvangasana, Shirshasana, and so many weird names for me because I'm not Hindu. From the yoga, know so much of them and practice so much. Related everything I did with what I read, and it wasn't that effective. And then I just started slapping and stretching on the bench, and the effect was super amazing. Amazing effect. And I was like, wow, this is like God has his sense of humor because it's so simple. It was so simple in all this time. It was super simple, dimple, and I was searching for something very complicated. Actually, this made me think that the diseases are more simple than we think. One really important rule: all diseases are caused by blockages, and if you unblock the blockages, the health is restored. So simple. This channel I started because of premature ejaculation. This is amazing area for premature ejaculators because it gives a lot of power to the heart, and the heart is the pump of the body, and you need this pump for the reproductive system a lot. During the intercourse, you need to have strong heart. Your heart to have unblocked, like free supply of the free energy in the world, which is called chi or prana. Your vessels must be free from blockages for your heart to receive the energy during the intercourse. Not only the intercourse, of course, for life, but if you have these clean vessels, clean energy vessels, your heart will have enough energy to supply all these things without getting tired. What else? Oh, I wanted to say that I'm gonna give my book to someone who comment below this video because I'm happy to receive more comments. I'm not hiding it. I'm happy when you comment below. I'm happy that this channel grows a lot. This is the fastest, the fastest growth that I've seen in this channel since the beginning. And yeah, I enjoy doing this thing. Not gonna lie, one of my favorite things to do because it's always interesting to learn the things that you've done in your life. So I'm talking with very interesting people, and at the same time I'm practicing and I'm healing myself, because right now I'm practicing not only because of you, but I'm practicing because of me. You see, this very healthy for me what I'm doing right now, and it's good to be able to call this a job. It's literally my favorite thing to do. So right now I don't know if you can see from this camera. Let me no, probably you won't be able to see it. No, there is so-called white shot. Oh, now you probably can see it. This white dots here is so-called white shot. This is also a type of shot, but it is like the mild form of shot. Other forms like red, purple, and black are indications of way bigger blockage than this. So this is a video which is part of the 4 main areas. We did the feet in the previous 4 main areas video, and in this video we're gonna cover the left elbow. You can watch this series from time to time. and practice with me. See, sometimes if you decide to do the 4 main areas, you can just play the video and practice with me. I wanted to, in this video, I wanted to share a little knowledge about the heart, because with Paida Jin is the most connected with the heart in our body. With all organs, both metaphysical and physical, it is related with the pump. The heart is the emperor of our body. At least this, like this, they are called. It's called like this in traditional Chinese medicine scriptures and books. And this is very good conversation by the Wajin when you practice. When you practice it, you are like feeling more connected with your heart. Your emotions became very clear, and too bad that I'm not that type of guy that can explain what he thinks and what he feels. But you became very honest with yourself, and at the same time more brave. And every health talk, you have very strong opinion on it. If for you, it's very easy to understand who is lying and who is talking the truth when someone talks about health. Because with Paida and Lajin, you are in constant conversation with your body and with your health. Because Paida Lajin stimulates the health because it unblocks the energy. And this unblocking of the energy helps, like, for you to understand it, not only to unblock it, but you have better understanding of it. Actually, when you benefit your practice, you realize what helps you. And then during during the day, when you eat some food, when you do some kind of activity, you can more easily realize which is good and which is bad for you. One of the things that I realized is these diets. You see, many people talk about diets, many people know about ingredients in food, and they think that the food is the most important thing for us to be healthy. But when you start with Paida Wajin, you get what I'm saying, because when I started, the food that I intake doesn't bother me anymore, because when before starting with Paida Wajin, I was very sensitive to which food I intake, and if I eat too much or something with too many ingredients, or mixing salty with sweet, things like that, all my symptoms became worse. And I realized when starting with Paida Wajin, these things disappear, actually. But what is my conclusion is, it actually, the disease were there, you see. Just if you live a life which you eat, like, you eat bad food, you see, it makes you sick, but it makes you even more sick. Like it just increases the symptoms. But the disease is there no matter if I eat healthy food or I eat unhealthy food. For example, if I eat food that is disturbing my sleep was disturbed anyways. It was bad anyways. You see, I just had problems with falling asleep. We'll continue to the back of the elbow. I'm sitting 15 minutes. So actually, if the blockage is there, by making these huge changes in your lifestyle, for example, decreasing the stress levels, which is very important, having better diet, which is again very important. Like you can just decrease the appearance of the strength of the symptoms that your disease have. And with yoga actually was the same for me, because when I practiced yoga, I felt very good. But it's like the same thing, like the disease were still there. I just like make the symptom less bothering. But when you start with Paida, you really feel that this is something different. This is made to get rid of the blockages. You see, this is made to unblock. You see, amazing, and that surprises me the most and amazes me the most is how actually, I don't know if you know that, but Paida and Login separately, they are how to say, the author of the book Hong Shao knew about Login and Paida separately. They weren't they weren't like practice like this Paida Login. There is no practice like this. There was Login and there was Paida, but not Paida Login before the book Self Healing with Paida Login. Because before Master Shao wrote in this book, Paida was Taoist practice, and they call Paida slapping out the demons, which is literally unblocking. The Login, Master Shao learned it from traditional Chinese doctor who like prescribed Login on his patients who have a lot of problem in the body, like body pain. But then Master Shao realized that it improves a lot the libido, the sexual function, the digestive system, the sleep. And Paida, he realized at the end of his journey, like almost the last days of his journey of self-healing, because Master Shao go to a trip, to a journey to discover many traditional Chinese techniques, traditional Chinese medicine techniques. And Paida was one of the last things he realized. And he learned it from a Taoist. And it turned out to be super effective. So yeah, Paida Login, these both are so good friends. They are improving one each other. See, total symbiosis. And how to say, they are made to unblock, and this totally different feeling if something is made to unblock and something is made like to just to reduce the symptoms, to reduce the intake of some toxins. Because if you suffer from some disease, if you decrease stress, the problems will be less. You know, the symptoms will not be that scary. If you decrease the intake of unhealthy food, it will be the same. But if you unblock your body, is the best thing, you see, because you remove the blockage, and Paida can remove the blockage for a lot of time. If you practice regularly, you can be pretty much unblocked. Especially if you, for example, if you practice on 4 main areas very regularly, you are pretty much unblocked. And in my opinion, the best way is to practice like this, like 1 of 4 main areas for half an hour. Of course, if you have half an hour, if you have more, you can practice 2 of them. So yeah. You can just lap here for 30 minutes. The next day here for 30 minutes. It's also okay like this. 50 minutes here and then 50 minutes here. It's still 30 minutes. So what proves my opinion? Of course, this is my investigation and my opinion, but let's say I'm with some friend of mine or with my wife, and we have pretty much the same day. We woke up in the same hour, see, eating the same food, having pretty much the same day, like watching the same movies, you see, having absolutely equal environment, the same. And when we go to sleep, I cannot fall asleep, but she can. See, this is like proof that the cause of the disease is not in the food, is not in the stress levels themselves, but it is in the blockage of my body. So let's say if my wife can fall asleep after the same day she had with me and I can't, this means that something in my body is not okay. Not that something throughout the day make me sick. And same with the sex problems. You see, when I was younger, my schoolmates, we lived pretty much the same kind of life. Even I was like, could say that my life was a little more healthier than theirs. But I got these sexual problems and they didn't. You see, that means that my body was blocked. It's not because of something else. We all live the same thing, the same way, eat the same food, have the same, like we go to school from 8 to 2 and then go home, we play some video games, then I go to training, then come back, watch pretty much the same things, you see. And it's interesting how when I started with yoga, I was so focused on everything that I should not be doing. Like I should not drink alcohol, I should not eat sweet. I should practice every day at least hour and a half. I should look at the sky, I should go to the nature, I should be good with everybody. You see, many things that I've done because I wanted to be healthy, but there was people around me that didn't do these things and they were healthy. And Paida is the only thing that answers me that question. And it's very simple. They don't have these these blockages, man. They just don't have the blockages. It's not so much in these recommendations, healthy recommendations. It's about other things. It's about being unblocked. If you are healthy, you're healthy, and that's it. And I've experienced it. Now I can say a day like this, like I can eat some junk in the morning, junk at the noon, drinking 2 or 3 coffees, for the dinner to have pizza, eating chips and drink 3 beers, and I just go to sleep and I sleep like a real baby, like a baby. In the same time with sex life, it's the same. I have no problems with this. See, doesn't matter what I eat so much. Of course, this is not good example. I know this, and I feel better if I eat good food and have like if I reduce the junk. Don't get me wrong, but I just saying that if the blockage is not there, the disease is not there. But if the blockage is there, the disease will be there. This is like not like this say, if you eat an apple a day, it will keep the doctor away. That's not true. And to be honest, it's kind of easier to control the inner life, like the inside of the body, than outer world. Because just probably, if you give someone the best environment, he won't have disease. This is just probabilistic. But let's say the temperature is 23 degrees, perfect, sun is shining, you are away from the city, have a big house, swim pool, 100 bitcoins, good car, food without any everything super bio, organic. You see, have a cooker, like you have your own man to cook for you, and he cooks what doctor says is the best, like the best dietologist in the world. Maybe in this situation, but just maybe, you will be like free from disease. And you not go to work. I forgot about this. And you don't go to work. Of course, if you have 100 bitcoins while working, but you get it. Maybe then. But what is easier to achieve? Unblock your elbows, wrists, feet, and knees, or having this? At least for me, it's kind of easier to practice Paida. Only 30 seconds. Okay, guys, don't forget to check the description below because I've linked my courses in Fiverr. Right now, all the courses are focused on the reproductive health of the males. But these courses are actually good for women too. Yeah. You can support me with some of these courses. You can ask me for my booklet, and don't forget that I will give my booklet to someone who comments in the links in the comment section. So yeah, probably most of you have the booklet already. Will be, but for those who don't, can leave a comment, and I will send them the booklet. I'll choose the person randomly. Okay, but you know, not many people comment below my videos. In most of my videos, I have one comment. So if you don't have the booklet, just leave a comment, and you have at least like there won't be any more much comments. So you have a really good chance to have this booklet. Okay. Thank you so much for your watching. In the next video, we will unblock the right elbow. And in the next videos, we will unblock the wrists. And in the next, we will unblock the knees. And we will be done with the 4 main areas. All these videos from the 4 main areas, I'm gonna put them in a playlist. Okay, and probably when I do some other practice videos with other areas, I will put them in the same playlist, and I will name it carpet bombing, something like that. I don't know still. Thank you for your watching, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.